True? Part of it? Yeah. Okay, so these dates, once again, are very speculative, as is normal geology. But back around 700 million years ago, as I said, this area was under the ocean. Okay? But there was a big mountain range called the Petermann Mountain Range. Okay? Now this mountain range, they reckon, was the size of the Himalayas, possibly bigger. Huge, huge mountain range. But it predated plant life. So there was no plant life up there holding the mountain together. Okay, ladies? Cool so far? Alright, so this mountain eroded away. Lots of ice on top, lots of glaciers, snow, and it eroded away into the ocean that was just next to it. Okay? However, when something erodes, like sand, is very light and sort of goes deep, wind blows it further. Similar in the ocean currents take it further. But rocks, I haven't got any rocks around me, rock sort of drops dead. So all the rocks sort of got into a big pile just at the base of the mountain, just into the ocean, okay? Massive pile of rocks just there, and all the sand sort of went further into the ocean, made a bit of a sandbank. Effectively what happened with it, gets taken out into the ocean by a river, and then gets caught up in the ocean current, makes a whirlpool, takes it straight down to the bottom. Okay, making sense so far? Alright, now that eventually gets covered over with salt, silt, various dirt and other things, and starts to get crushed. Okay, the rocks get crushed together, and the sand gets crushed together, and basically makes a big slab. Okay, big slab of sandstone there, big slab of conglomerate rocks there. Okay, 350 million years ago, the ocean starts to drain away. Australia was pushed up, and the ocean drains away back to where it was, and it gets pushed that way. Okay, so this all gets pushed in, and as it gets pushed in, this is forced down and up. Okay, all this conglomerate rock is forced down and up, and this bit of sandstone cracks in the middle, gets forced in on itself, which pushes the middle bits up and down. Okay, does that make sense? Still with me? So that's effectively what's happened to these two things. Now the land eventually slowly erodes away, exposing, there it is, Uluru, which is 348 metres above the land, and about 6 kilometres below the land. Okay, this tiny little bit of sandstone that you see as Uluru is just a itty bitty little part of it. The rest is all below, and this big chunk of conglomerate rock forms Carter's Utta, gets cracked and slowly gets rounded off, and that forms Carter's Utta. That's 546 metres above the sand plane, and about approximately 12 kilometres below the earth. Cool? Everyone following me there? Okay. Now further down here, hang on, I've gone the wrong way. This way into Petra's feet. Sorry? That's not my fault. Further down here, around 700 million years ago, there was a big glacier that came from the Great Dividing Range, effectively, somewhere near Sydney, and finished in the middle of Australia. Finishes here. Okay. Now this glacier, like a big chunk of ice. Glacier. And what that does is that just basically sits here and hardens the top layer of sand, makes it a nice tough rock. That glacier eventually melts, and this tough layer keeps its form as the rest of the land erodes away for the next 350 million years, creating Mount Connor, otherwise known as Attila. Now in the Aboriginal culture, Attila means ice god. Okay, the glacier was supposed to have melted at least 400 million years ago. That thing is called a Attila, ice god. Okay, we're not exactly close to the nearest glacier, are we? Anyone? Or any snow know of any sign. So Aboriginals believe they've been here forever. We believe they've been here around 40,000 years. Yet that's called Attila.
Yeah, but what you're saying is that Mount O'Connor has a mixed layer on top.
Yeah.
But what about Uluru? Because it looks like there's a shield around it. But
Nah, it's just sandstone. It's just a big thing. You're not on my trip! It's just sandstone. It's slowly being eroded away.
you see the layers standing
Yeah,
right up.
that's the different layers, because as it was layered down under the ocean, the bottom layer is, just the sand gets layered down one after the other, but as it's come up at an angle, like that. So it's actually, the west side of Uluru is about 350 million years older than the east side of Uluru. Cool? The interesting thing is Mount Connor, Uluru and Kata are in a straight line. Okay, they're in a perfectly straight line if you look at them from the air, from behind Mount Connor or behind Kata. So it makes me believe, that no one else sort of thinks so, but it makes me believe that there must have been some sort of fault line in the middle of Australia back in the day 350 million years ago. A fault line, like where earthquakes happen. That's just a theory though.
You do it in French, in Dutch, and in Japan?
Yes, I'll do it on the bus. I actually did it around 20 minutes ago, but you were all asleep.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it was a good one. Any questions or comments?